Hello guys! NIO challenges EREV dominance, offering luxury EVs with innovative battery swapping tech and a premium experience beyond Tesla. So guys, when you hear the name NIO, it's natural to think of it as a competitor to Tesla, perhaps even a Tesla killer. But according to sales rep, NIO customer base is quite different from what many might expect. The majority of buyers who walk into a NIO showroom and make a purchase aren't necessarily the same people who would be buying a Tesla Model Y or Model 3. Their expectations and budget are in a tier above Tesla offerings. In other words, while potential buyers might use Tesla vehicles as a reference point, they are often looking for more, whether that's luxury features, build quality, or service. So, while people may compare NIO to Tesla in some respects, it's not as though they're torn between choosing a Tesla or a NIO. They're looking for something beyond what Tesla offers, which makes NIO a distinct choice. What's particularly interesting is the type of competitors that NIO is being compared to. According to the sales rep, most customers are actually comparing NIO cars to extended-range electric vehicles EREVs such as those from Li Auto and ITO. Many potential buyers believe that EREVs offer the best of both worlds, having both gasoline and electric power. But this misconception is where NIO sales representatives play a crucial role. And according to the rep, a big part of their job is educating customers on the differences between a pure electric vehicle EV like NIO and an EREV. Many consumers, unfortunately, don't fully understand the trade-offs involved with EREVs. These vehicles often have higher fuel consumption and energy usage, require more frequent charging, and are less environmentally friendly than they might seem. Additionally, when driving an EREV, especially when both gas and electric power sources are depleted, you're severely limited in speed, particularly on highways. So, while customers may think they're getting the best of both worlds, the reality is that EREVs come with significant drawbacks, especially in terms of environmental impact and overall efficiency. A lot of NIO sales efforts focus on explaining the battery swapping technology that sets NIO apart. Once customers understand this feature, they're often convinced that NIO is the better choice. Battery swapping is a major selling point because it's more convenient than stopping at a traditional gas station or waiting to charge a battery. Despite some initial skepticism from consumers, those who learn about it tend to recognize its advantages over both gasoline and hybrid options. According to the sales representative, sales reps are able to convincingly persuade customers to purchase NIO vehicles, receiving more attention than managers. Top-performing salespeople are given more leads and have more opportunities to interact with potential customers, increasing their chances of boosting sales. On the other hand, newer or less persuasive sales reps don't receive the same level of support. This dynamic shows how much NIO values its sales process and how strategically they plan to ensure the best people handle potential buyers. Looking ahead, according to the sales rep, NIO future is bright, especially as governments around the world are beginning to realize that EREVs are not as environmentally friendly as they appear. Although classified as new energy vehicles, EREVs are still largely gasoline-powered and don't offer the same environmental benefits as pure EVs. Some governments are adjusting their policies accordingly, reducing the benefits and subsidies given to EREVs compared to fully electric cars. For example, cities like Shanghai and Beijing have placed restrictions on EREVs, requiring them to have gasoline license plates instead of the special plates granted to pure EVs. In these cities, EREV drivers also face restrictions on how many days a week they can use their vehicles, similar to gasoline-powered cars. As more governments around the world follow suit, NIO is poised to benefit from the shift in policy. Over time, the gap in incentives between EREVs and EVs will widen, and consumers will increasingly gravitate towards companies like NIO that offer pure electric solutions. And according to the sales rep, NIO battery swapping infrastructure is already quite extensive, and it will only continue to grow, making the technology even more accessible and appealing. He believes that as more people experience the convenience of battery swapping, they will see it as superior to both traditional refueling and charging. While EREV drivers may initially think they're getting the best of both worlds, they will eventually realize that battery swapping offers a more efficient and environmentally friendly solution. Interestingly, the sales rep echoed a sentiment often expressed by NIO CEO. EREVs are merely a transitional product. As consumers become more educated about the advantages and disadvantages of EREVs versus pure EVs, NIO vehicles will become the obvious choice for more and more people. This will also be true as battery swapping technology becomes more widely adopted and available. When asked about NIO competition, the rep was clear that NIO's biggest rivals aren't Tesla or other traditional EV makers. Instead, companies like Li Auto and AITO, which produce EREVs, are NIO's main competitors because that's where most potential customers are directing their comparisons. While Tesla might be competing more directly with other automakers, NIO is in a unique position because of its battery swapping capabilities and its appeal to customers who are looking beyond the traditional EV offerings. The sales rep was optimistic about the future, predicting that NIO will be a major beneficiary of changing consumer preferences and government policies. As more people become aware of the benefits of battery swapping and the downsides of EREVs, NIO sales will continue to rise. He believes that government incentives will increasingly favor pure electric vehicles, pushing EREVs out of the market. In his view, it's only a matter of time before battery-swappable EVs become the dominant form of transportation. He even referenced a famous statement from NIO CEO, who once said that while the owners of luxury brands like BMW might not immediately switch to NIO, the owners of EREVs will almost certainly choose NIO for their next car. This is because as the shortcomings of EREVs become more apparent, those drivers will naturally gravitate towards the convenience and efficiency of NIO battery swapping technology. In the long run, the sales rep envisions a future where most EVs on the road are capable of battery swapping. He pointed out that while super-fast chargers are one solution to the charging problem, they place too much strain on the electric grid, leading some to shut down operations. Battery swapping, on the other hand, is a more sustainable solution that doesn't overload the grid. With NIO leading the way in battery swapping technology and holding a number of patents in this area, the company is well positioned to dominate the EV market in the years to come. The future looks incredibly promising for NIO. The company's innovative approach to battery swapping, its focus on customer education, and the growing realization that EREVs are not the future all point to significant growth ahead. As more people adopt NIO technology and governments shift their support towards pure EVs, NIO stands to benefit tremendously. The coming years will likely see NIO emerging as a leader not just in the EV space, but in the broader automotive market as a whole. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more stock predictions and market insights. Remember to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Happy investing, and see you in the next video.